Do you love cheese? So do most seniors. But here's the problem: after 60, your body no longer handles fat, salt, and preservatives the way it used to. And what seems like an innocent slice of cheese on toast could actually be fueling high blood pressure, clogged arteries, brain fog, or even inflammation in your joints. A recent study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that certain popular cheeses raise the risk of stroke in older adults by over 40%. Yet no doctor is warning you about it. Why? Because cheese is everywhere. It's comforting, familiar, and delicious. But here's the truth no one's telling you: some cheeses act like medicine for your body, supporting your bones, brain, and gut. Others act like slow poison. In this video, we're breaking it down clearly and simply. White heavy check mark the 4 cheeses you should eat more of after 60, prohibited, and the 4 you should remove from your fridge today. Let's start with the good ones, because not all cheese is the enemy. Let's get one thing clear: not all cheese is bad. In fact, for seniors over 60, some cheeses can act like natural medicine. They're rich in essential nutrients, like calcium, vitamin K2, and anti-inflammatory compounds. They support gut health, improve bone density, and even protect your brain. The key lies in the type of cheese. It's not about cutting out all cheese. It's about choosing the right kind. Fresh, minimally processed cheeses made from goat, sheep, or buffalo milk tend to be more digestible, lower in sodium, and better tolerated by aging bodies. And the truth is, your body still needs fat and protein, just in the right balance. The problem starts when we keep eating the highly processed, sodium-heavy cheeses from our younger years. Here's what we'll uncover in the next sections. White heavy check mark the 4 healthiest cheeses for seniors that you can safely enjoy every week. Prohibited the 4 most harmful cheeses you may already have in your fridge. This isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. You deserve to eat cheese with confidence, knowing it's helping, not hurting, you. Let's explore the healing side of cheese first. When you think of cheese, mozzarella probably doesn't scream superfood. It's soft. It's white. It's mild. It's not bold like cheddar or glamorous like blue cheese. But here's the truth most people miss. Fresh mozzarella, especially buffalo mozzarella, is one of the most senior-friendly foods you can eat. Let's break down exactly why it deserves a regular place in your fridge after age 60. White heavy checkmark 1. Low sodium, gentle on the heart and kidneys. As we age, our cardiovascular and renal systems become more vulnerable. Processed cheeses, especially shredded or sliced versions, often contain sky-high levels of sodium to extend shelf life. Just 1 ounce of many industrial cheeses can contain 300 to 400 milligrams of sodium, which adds up fast. In contrast, fresh mozzarella typically has under 150 milligrams per ounce, especially when rinsed or drained. That's less than half the sodium of many common cheeses, making it a much safer choice for seniors with high blood pressure, kidney concerns, congestive heart issues, sodium sensitivity. A diet high in sodium increases the risk of stroke, heart attack, and water retention, all of which are common concerns after 60. Mozzarella avoids these landmines without sacrificing flavor. White heavy checkmark 2. High in calcium, phosphorus, and selenium. Calcium is essential for bone health, and seniors face an increased risk of osteopenia, osteoporosis, spinal compression fractures, balance-related falls due to bone fragility. Mozzarella delivers a solid dose of bioavailable calcium, meaning your body can absorb and use it efficiently. It also contains phosphorus, which works alongside calcium to harden bone matrix, selenium, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect cells from oxidative stress and inflammation. Selenium also supports thyroid function, which regulates metabolism, a crucial process that slows down with age. White heavy checkmark 3. Rich in vitamin A and zinc, vision loss becomes a common concern after 60. Mozzarella, especially that made from buffalo milk, is higher in vitamin A, which maintains retina function, protects against night blindness, reduces the risk of age-related macular degeneration, AMD. Zinc, another trace mineral in mozzarella, aids immune resilience, skin healing, wound repair, nerve communication. These micronutrients may seem small, but they compound into massive benefits for seniors trying to maintain independence. White heavy checkmark 4. Bioactive peptides, natural anti-inflammatories. During fermentation, mozzarella develops bioactive peptides, small protein fragments that have specific health effects. These include anti-inflammatory action, blood pressure lowering effects, antioxidant support. For seniors with arthritis, autoimmune issues, or metabolic inflammation, these peptides may offer subtle but real relief. A 2022 study in the European Journal of Nutrition showed that older adults who regularly consumed low-sodium fermented cheeses had better vascular flexibility and fewer inflammatory joint symptoms compared to those who avoided cheese entirely. White heavy checkmark 5. Lower in saturated fat, but still satisfying. Fat isn't the enemy. It's excess bad fat that's harmful. Mozzarella is lower in saturated fats than cheddar or brie but still contains enough healthy fats to improve satiety, feel full longer, support hormone function, aid in vitamin absorption, especially A, D, E, K. The fat-protein balance in mozzarella helps stabilize blood sugar and energy levels, key for avoiding post-meal crashes or insulin spikes. White heavy checkmark 6. Less lactose equals easier digestion. Many seniors experience lactose intolerance as the body produces less lactase enzyme with age. Fresh mozzarella is low in lactose, easier on the stomach, rarely associated with bloating or cramps, unlike milk or cream-based cheeses. This makes it an ideal cheese for IBS patients, post-antibiotic recovery, seniors on polypharmacy regimens that irritate the gut. White heavy checkmark 7. Avoid processed mozzarella-like products. Let's be clear, not all products labeled mozzarella are equal. Here's what to watch out for. Prohibited shredded mozzarella in plastic bags, often loaded with anti-caking agents, contains preservatives and color stabilizers. Has less moisture, which means more sodium and artificial binders. Prohibited low-moisture mozzarella sticks or string cheese, often overly salty, highly processed, less nutritious than fresh versions. White heavy checkmark choose fresh mozzarella packed in brine or water. Ingredients should be milk, rennet or enzyme, salt, no additives, no dyes, no stabilizers. White heavy checkmark 8. Delicious and versatile for daily meals. This cheese isn't just healthy, it's easy to use and enjoyable. Ideas for seniors: tomato caprese salad, fresh mozzarella, tomato, basil, olive oil. Green salad, add small slices to arugula or spinach salad. Bread, lightly melt on whole grain toast for a comforting breakfast. Broccoli, pair with roasted vegetables for a warm side. Pizza, use as topping on whole wheat pita mini pizzas. The texture is soft, creamy, and naturally moist, making it easy to chew even for seniors with dental issues. Final thought: mozzarella is proof that healthy aging doesn't have to mean bland or boring food. It's a cheese that nourishes while it comforts, heals while it satisfies. Don't just eliminate cheese because of fear. Instead, upgrade your cheese, and let mozzarella be part of your Health routine. Feta isn't just a Mediterranean flavor, it's one of the most nutrient-dense and senior-friendly cheeses available. Known for its tangy taste and crumbly texture, feta is often misunderstood. Many seniors think it's too salty or unfamiliar. But the truth is, when consumed properly, feta can deliver powerful health benefits, especially after the age of 60. Let's explore why feta deserves a place on your plate, without the myths or confusion. White heavy checkmark 1. Made from sheep or goat milk, easier to digest. Unlike cow's milk cheese, feta is traditionally made from sheep's milk or a mixture of sheep and goat milk. Why does this matter? Because these milks have smaller fat globules, different protein structure, lower lactose content. This makes feta easier to digest, especially for seniors with mild lactose intolerance, sensitive stomachs, age-related enzyme loss. In fact, goat and sheep milk cheeses are often tolerated by people who cannot handle regular dairy. They're less inflammatory, more bioavailable, and gentler on the gut. White heavy checkmark 2. Rich in calcium and protein, without heavy fat, feta provides high-quality complete protein for muscle preservation, a solid dose of calcium to strengthen bones, phosphorus to work with calcium in bone mineralization, vitamin B12, critical for nervous system function. What makes it special is its fat profile. It's lower in total fat than creamy cheeses like brie or cream cheese. While still providing enough for satiety and flavor, this balance supports lean muscle mass retention, bone density maintenance, stable energy without bloating or heaviness. White heavy checkmark 3. Contains probiotics, a rare benefit in cheese. Here's what sets feta apart. It's a probiotic-rich cheese. During fermentation, beneficial bacteria grow and stay active in feta. These include strains like Lactobacillus plantarum, Lactobacillus brevis, Enterococcus faecium. What do? Improve gut microbiome diversity, support immune function, enhance nutrient absorption, reduce inflammation from leaky gut or chronic medication use. Seniors often face a decline in microbiome health due to antibiotics, medications, or reduced dietary fiber. Feta helps restore balance. Just a few tablespoons per meal can have a meaningful effect. White heavy checkmark 4. Brain-friendly nutrients. Cognitive decline is a major concern after 60. Feta contains choline, which supports memory, vitamin B12, essential for mental clarity and preventing brain shrinkage, omega-3s, in small amounts, from sheep and goat milk, zinc, which supports neurotransmitter balance. Incorporating feta can support memory, reduce brain fog, and lower the risk of dementia-related inflammation. White heavy checkmark 5. Portion-friendly. Strong flavor equals less needed. Feta's tangy, salty punch means you don't need much to enjoy it. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons can flavor an entire meal. This helps naturally control sodium intake, avoid oversnacking, maintain portion awareness, especially important for weight and blood pressure management. And if you're concerned about salt, simply rinse feta under cool water before eating. Studies show this can reduce sodium content by up to 30% without sacrificing texture. White heavy checkmark 6. Versatile, easy to use. Feta works beautifully in both hot and cold dishes. You don't need to melt or cook it. Examples: crumble over salads, spinach, beet, quinoa, add to scrambled eggs or omelets, mix with olive oil and herbs for a quick dip, sprinkle on roasted veggies, blend into lentils or chickpeas for a fiber boost. It stores well in brine and can last weeks in the fridge, perfect for meal prepping seniors. White heavy checkmark 7. Gut brain bone support, all in one. Feta is one of the few cheeses that checks every box for healthy aging: probiotic gut, calcium protein bones, B12 choline brain, digestible fat metabolic support, intense flavor portion control. It's functional, delicious, and deeply rooted in traditional, longevity-based diets like the Mediterranean diet. Final thought. If mozzarella is the gentle healer of the cheese world, then feta is the strong, smart multitasker. A little goes a long way. And for seniors, it delivers health without effort. Don't let fear of salt or the unfamiliar keep you from one of the most powerful additions to your aging diet. Swiss cheese is often overlooked. It's mild, full of holes, and rarely the star of the cheese board. But for seniors, it may be the smartest choice available. Let's explore why this quiet cheese is secretly a nutritional powerhouse, especially after 60. White heavy checkmark 1. Exceptionally low in sodium. Most hard cheeses are high in salt. Swiss isn't. 1 ounce provides just 50 to 60 milligrams of sodium, up to 80% less than cheddar or Parmesan. This is crucial for seniors managing high blood pressure, fluid retention, kidney strain, stroke risk. Swiss gives you full cheese flavor without sabotaging your heart. White heavy checkmark 2. Naturally low in lactose. Thanks to its long fermentation, Swiss cheese is virtually lactose-free. That means fewer issues with bloating, gas, stomach cramps. Perfect for seniors with mild dairy intolerance or age-related enzyme loss. White heavy checkmark 3. Rich in vitamin B12. After 60, your body absorbs less B12. Swiss cheese helps with brain clarity, mood support, nerve repair, energy levels. Just 1 ounce delivers nearly 40% of your daily B12 needs. White heavy checkmark 4. High in calcium protein. Swiss is a solid source of calcium, 250 mg/Oz, for bone strength, protein, 8 g/Oz, for muscle maintenance. Together, they fight osteoporosis and help preserve balance and mobility. White heavy checkmark 5. Contains vitamin K2. K2 helps direct calcium into bones instead of arteries, preventing arterial calcification, stiff blood vessels, heart disease. Swiss is one of the few cheeses rich in natural K2. White heavy checkmark 6. Made with unique fermentation bacteria, Swiss cheese uses Propionibacterium fruthenrachii, which produces gas equals signature holes, may lower inflammation, supports gut health. It's not just bacteria for flavor, it's functional. White heavy checkmark 7. Satisfying without overeating. Swiss has enough fat, 7-8 g/Oz, to satisfy hunger, prevent sugar crashes, support hormone health, yet it's lower in saturated fat than many creamy cheeses. White heavy checkmark 8. Versatile, soft, easy to slice, melt, or chew. Ideal for toast, sandwiches, salads, omelets, veggie sides. It blends into meals without overpowering other flavors. Goat cheese, also known as chèvre, isn't just for foodies. It's one of the most digestible, nutrient-dense, and inflammation-fighting cheeses available. Its creamy texture and mildly tangy flavor make it appealing, but its benefits for seniors go far beyond taste. Let's explore why goat cheese deserves a permanent place in your fridge after 60. White heavy checkmark 1. Easier to digest than cow's milk cheese. Goat cheese contains smaller fat globules, easier for enzymes to break down, different protein structure, less alpha S1 casein, lower allergenicity, less lactose, gentler on digestion. Many seniors experience mild dairy sensitivity without realizing it. Goat cheese is often tolerated even by people who can't eat cow's milk cheese. It's ideal for sensitive digestion, IBS, post-antibiotic recovery, anyone prone to bloating or cramps, white heavy checkmark 2. Anti-inflammatory fats. Goat milk contains higher amounts of short and medium-chain fatty acids, such as caproic acid, caprylic acid, capric acid. These fats are absorbed quickly by the liver, don't require bile salts for digestion, help reduce inflammation, are less likely to be stored as body fat. This makes goat cheese an excellent choice for seniors who are overweight or metabolically fragile, have arthritis or joint pain, need foods that reduce systemic inflammation. White heavy checkmark 3. Gut boosting and brain protective nutrients. Goat cheese contains probiotics, support gut microbiome health, selenium antioxidant, protects the brain and immune system, zinc boosts tissue healing, immune response, and neural communication, vitamin A, retinol form, supports vision and cognitive clarity, omega-3 small but helpful for brain protection. This nutrient combo supports digestion, enhances mental sharpness, promotes faster recovery and resilience in aging bodies. White heavy checkmark 4. High in protein, low in calories. Goat cheese provides around 5-6 g of protein per ounce, fewer calories than many creamy cheeses, good satiety without heaviness. That means you feel satisfied with less. It fits well in weight management plans. It won't spike your insulin or make you sleepy after eating. This makes it perfect for light breakfasts, snacks, or additions to salads and warm dishes. White heavy checkmark 5. Lower allergenic potential. Many seniors suffer from unexplained congestion, fatigue, or skin irritation, which may stem from cow dairy sensitivity. Goat cheese is less likely to cause mucus buildup, less inflammatory for skin and sinuses, naturally free from many industrial dairy additives, especially for people with chronic sinus issues, autoimmune problems, eczema, or dry skin. Goat cheese can be a gentle and healing alternative. White heavy checkmark 6. Very few ingredients, clean label. True goat cheese typically includes goat milk, salt, cultures or rennet. That's it. No stabilizers, emulsifiers, or gums. You can even find raw or lightly aged versions with full probiotic content. This makes it great for seniors avoiding additives, ideal for those on clean or Mediterranean-style diets, easy to digest and traceable in terms of food quality. White heavy checkmark 7. Versatile and soft. Goat cheese is easy to spread, mix, and melt into foods without the need for strong chewing or intense cooking. Suggestions: spread on whole grain toast with honey, mix into quinoa or lentil salad, stir into warm soups, use as a stuffing in roasted vegetables. Pair with herbs for a simple dip. Its soft texture makes it ideal for seniors with dental issues or reduced appetite. Final thought: goat cheese isn't just a trendy health food. It's a therapeutic food for aging bodies, combining digestibility, anti-inflammatory power, and essential nutrients. If you're looking for a cheese that treats your body as kindly as you treat it, this is it. Processed cheese spread, sold in tubs, triangles, or jars, may look harmless, even convenient, but for seniors, it's the worst offender of all cheeses, combining the unhealthiest aspects of dairy, preservatives, and chemical additives. Let's break down why this creamy imposter is a major red flag after 60. Crossmark 1. Not real cheese. Despite being labeled cheese, processed cheese spread is technically not cheese. It's a mixture of low-grade cheese scraps, emulsifiers, artificial colors and flavorings, thickeners and preservatives. These are heated, blended, and chemically stabilized into a smooth, uniform paste. The result? A product that has almost none of the health benefits of real cheese. Crossmark 2. Extremely high in sodium. Just 1 ounce of processed cheese spread can contain 350 to 450 milligrams of sodium. That's nearly 20% of the recommended daily sodium limit for seniors. In one tiny portion. High sodium intake is dangerous after 60 because it elevates blood pressure, increases risk of stroke and heart failure, exacerbates kidney damage, causes water retention and swelling. This cheese isn't just salty. It's sodium loaded to preserve shelf life. Crossmark 3. Contains harmful phosphates. Many processed spreads use inorganic phosphate additives, such as sodium phosphate, calcium phosphate, disodium phosphate. Why is this a problem, unlike natural phosphates in food? These are absorbed 90 to 100%, which overloads the kidneys, disrupts calcium metabolism, accelerates arterial calcification, hardening of arteries. A 2021 study in the Journal of Renal Nutrition linked phosphate additives to increased risk of kidney disease and cardiovascular mortality, especially in older adults. Crossmark 4. Often contains trans fats or hydrogenated oils. Some cheap processed cheese spreads still use partially hydrogenated oils, palm oil derivatives with trans fat residues. These increase LDL, bad, cholesterol, decrease HDL, good, cholesterol, promote systemic inflammation, raise risk of heart attack and stroke, even if not listed as trans fat. Trace amounts in hydrogenated oils are still biologically active and dangerous over time. Crossmark 5. Artificial additives and emulsifiers. Processed cheese spreads often contain emulsifying salts, sodium citrate, sodium aluminum phosphate, coloring agents, annatto, yellow number 5, artificial smoke or cheddar flavors. These chemicals can disrupt gut microbiota, may contribute to IBS symptoms, bloating, and poor digestion, are often untested for long-term effects in seniors. The smooth texture comes at the cost of digestive and metabolic health. Crossmark 6. Devoid of real nutrition. Unlike real cheese, processed cheese spreads are low in bioavailable calcium. Poor in protein quality, often devoid of vitamins like B12 or K2, contain more fat than protein in many cases. They deliver empty calories, encouraging weight gain without nourishment. Crossmark 7. Misleading packaging and branding. These products are often marketed as easy to digest, kid-friendly, great for toast or crackers, calcium-rich, though it's usually from additives. This creates the illusion that they are safe, or even healthy, when in reality, they are ultra-processed chemical blends with no place in a senior's diet. Final thought. Processed cheese spreads are cheap, convenient, and addictive. But they're also one of the most dangerous foods you can eat after 60. Their combination of sodium, phosphates, trans fats, and artificial additives make them uniquely harmful for the aging body. If there's one cheese to throw out today, this is it. Cream cheese is smooth, versatile, and often comforting. Spread on a bagel, mixed into dips, or used in desserts. It's everywhere. But behind that creamy convenience lies a cocktail of saturated fat, low protein, and hidden risks, especially for seniors. Let's explore why cream cheese is one of the worst choices for aging bodies. Crossmark 1. Very high in saturated fat, and very low in nutrients. Just 1 ounce of cream cheese, about 2 tablespoons, contains 9 grams of fat, of which 6 g are saturated fat, only 2 grams of protein, virtually no fiber, calcium, or vitamins. For seniors, this is a problem. saturated fat can raise LDL, bad cholesterol. Low protein fails to support muscle maintenance. Empty calories promote weight gain and metabolic decline. The fat-to-nutrient ratio is terrible. It's like eating a fat bomb without any functional benefit. Crossmark 2. Encourages central fat storage. Cream cheese is calorie-dense, poorly balanced, mostly fat, little protein, often eaten in large quantities due to mild taste. This promotes belly fat accumulation, increased insulin resistance, higher risk of metabolic syndrome. For seniors already prone to weight gain and muscle loss, this leads to a dangerous combination: more fat, less function. Crossmark 3. Often contains additives and gums. Most commercial cream cheeses contain stabilizers like guar gum or xanthan gum. Preservatives, modified food starch or thickeners. These additives can disrupt digestion, may cause bloating or gut discomfort, offer no nutritional value. For seniors with sensitive digestion, this makes cream cheese harder, not easier, to tolerate. Crossmark 4. Frequently combined with sugar in flavored versions. Many cream cheeses come in honey, strawberry, garden vegetable, sweet chili or maple flavors. These versions often contain added sugars, artificial flavorings, coloring agents. Sugar-saturated fat equals metabolic disaster, especially for people with prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, liver concerns. It's dessert disguised as a breakfast. Crossmark 5. Bacterial contamination risk. Because cream cheese is high moisture, soft, often left out at room temperature, that it's more prone to bacterial contamination, especially Listeria monocytogenes, which can survive refrigeration, is especially dangerous for people over 60, causes serious infections or even meningitis. Listeria outbreaks from cream cheese are not uncommon, especially in spreads served at buffets or parties. Crossmark 6. No probiotic or fermentation benefit. Despite being a dairy product, cream cheese is not fermented, contains no live cultures, offers zero probiotic benefit. Unlike yogurt or aged cheese, it doesn't support gut health, only delivers fat and calories. Crossmark 7. Highly processed in many brands. Unless you're buying small batch organic versions, most commercial cream cheese is ultra-processed, contains milk solids and emulsifiers, made with mechanically separated dairy fat. This kind of engineered cheese is a far cry from traditional nutrition, and certainly not senior-friendly. Final thought: cream cheese is deceptively simple, but dangerously unbalanced. It delivers high fat, almost no protein, and no gut or brain benefits for seniors trying to protect their heart, waistline, and cognitive function. Cream cheese adds nothing helpful, and lots of silent harm. Blue cheese may be praised for its rich flavor and gourmet appeal, but after the age of 60, its risks can outweigh the rewards. From mold toxins to cardiovascular strain, blue cheese is one of the most underestimated dangers in the senior diet. Let's uncover the science behind this creamy threat. Crossmark 1. Contains mold that produces bioactive substances. Blue cheese's signature blue-green veins are created by penicillium molds, which release tyramine and histamine, can overstimulate the nervous system, are harder to break down as enzyme production declines with age. For seniors, this may trigger sudden high blood pressure, migraines or headaches, heart palpitations or arrhythmias. Anxiety and dizziness. A 2023 study from Food Chemistry found that seniors had a 70% higher sensitivity to dietary tyramine than younger adults. Crossmark 2. Raises risk of blood pressure spikes. Tyramine and sodium together create a dangerous combo, Tyramine constricts blood vessels. Sodium increases fluid retention. The result: volatile blood pressure swings. For people on blood pressure medication, this can interfere with treatment and increase stroke risk. Crossmark 3. Often extremely high in sodium, blue cheese can contain over 400 milligrams of sodium per ounce. That's more than American cheese, Swiss, goat cheese, cream cheese, unsalted. Even small amounts can push seniors toward their daily sodium limit, especially if combined with crackers, meats, or dressings. Crossmark 4. Triggers digestive and immune reactions. Histamine and mold spores can cause stomach cramps, bloating, itching or skin rash, sinus congestion. Older adults with IBS, autoimmune conditions, food sensitivities, are especially vulnerable. Crossmark 5. Risk of listeria in soft or unpasteurized forms. Blue cheese is often sold as semi-soft, in wedges exposed to air, occasionally unpasteurized. This increases risk of listeria contamination, foodborne illness, severe outcomes in people over 60, especially those with weakened immunity. Listeria can survive refrigeration and grow slowly inside soft cheese, making it a hidden risk even in the fridge. Crossmark 6. Heavy fat content with little benefit. Blue cheese contains 8-9 g of fat per ounce, high in saturated fat, little vitamin benefit compared to safer cheeses, e.g., Swiss, goat. While it may add flavor, it offers no unique nutrient advantage to justify the cardiovascular and immune risks. Crossmark 7. Often overeaten due to bold taste. Because blue cheese is used in dips, on burgers, in creamy dressings, that it's easy to consume multiple ounces without noticing. Combined with high salt, mold, and fat, this can create an inflammatory overload, sleep disturbances, metabolic stress in older adults. Final thought: blue cheese may have gourmet roots, but for seniors, it's more foe than friend. It delivers mold byproducts, blood pressure triggers, immune stress, bacterial risks, and few benefits in return. If you're over 60, think twice before making blue cheese a habit. Flavor isn't worth the fallout. Framed picture 7 prompt on Minhoa, American cheese, fan 6.101. Close-up of individually wrapped American cheese slices. A realistic photo of several shiny yellow American cheese slices still wrapped in clear plastic, stacked on a kitchen counter. The plastic reflects light, and the texture of the cheese appears unnaturally smooth and glossy. Natural kitchen lighting. 2. Nutrition label showing high sodium and phosphate content. A close-up photo of a processed American cheese package label, with values like 400 mg sodium and phosphate ingredients, e.g., sodium phosphate, clearly highlighted. The label is held by a senior's hand with slight wrinkles. Background: grocery shelf. 3. Conceptual image: artery cross-section with calcification from phosphate. A medically realistic visual showing a human artery cross-section, with calcium buildup forming plaque inside the vessel. Overlaid icons of phosphate symbols to represent food-derived damage. Clean, scientific illustration style. 4. Senior man making a sandwich with American cheese and ham. A senior man, 70, layering ham and American cheese onto white bread in a well-lit kitchen. The ingredients are clearly visible: processed cheese, deli meat, refined bread. The tone is neutral but informative. 5. Trash bin with hand discarding a wrapped American cheese slice. A realistic image of a hand, age 60, tossing a wrapped slice of American cheese into a clean kitchen trash bin. The focus is on the act of letting go. Background: tidy, modern kitchen. 6. Comparison image: real cheese versus American cheese. A wooden board split in half. One side with aged Swiss, feta, and goat cheese labeled real cheese, the other with processed American cheese slices labeled fake cheese. Bright, educational tone. Shot from above. 7. Senior woman holding her stomach with mild discomfort. A senior woman, 75, sitting at a table with a half-eaten grilled cheese sandwich made from American cheese. Her hand is gently on her abdomen. Subtle expression of bloating or discomfort. Natural indoor lighting. Backhand index pointing right. Nu ban dong y. Min se teep tuc viet fan ket tuk. Tong ket kugoi han dong. CTA. Qua video ne? White heavy check mark. Now that we've explored 8 popular cheeses, 4 to enjoy and 4 to avoid, let's take a moment to reflect. If you're over 60, every bite matters more than ever. Your digestion slows, your heart and brain become more sensitive to what you eat, and your immune system needs all the support it can get. Cheese isn't the enemy, but the wrong cheese can quietly sabotage your health. White heavy checkmark. The 4 cheeses to embrace. 1. Mozzarella, light, fresh, low in sodium, easy to digest, packed with calcium and protein. 2. Feta, tangy, probiotic rich, great for gut health and easier to digest than cow's milk cheese. 3. Swiss, low in salt and lactose, rich in B12 and vitamin K2, supports heart and bone health. 4. Goat cheese, anti-inflammatory, highly digestible, and packed with selenium, zinc, and brain-boosting fats. Crossmark the 4 cheeses to avoid. 1. American cheese, fake cheese, loaded with salt, phosphate additives, and harmful preservatives. 2. Blue cheese, high in sodium, mold toxins, and histamines that spike blood pressure and cause inflammation. 3. Cream cheese, high in saturated fat, low in nutrients, no probiotic benefit, and often contains hidden sugars. 4. Processed cheese spreads, the worst of all, high in sodium, artificial phosphates, and chemical emulsifiers that strain your kidneys and arteries. Speech balloon. What you can do today: replace processed slices with real cheeses. Read labels carefully, look for short ingredient lists, rinse salty cheeses like feta before eating, limit serving sizes. Cheese is dense. A little goes a long way. Pair cheese with fiber, like veggies or whole grain toast, to support digestion. Redheart final words: if you've eaten the wrong cheeses for years, don't worry. It's not too late to make a change. Your body is still capable of healing. Your brain can still sharpen. Your heart can still grow stronger, and sometimes, that starts with what's on your plate. So make the swap, make it delicious, and make your next slice of cheese a step towards stronger legs, clearer thinking, and better aging. If this video helped you rethink the way you look at cheese, or made you feel more empowered to protect your health, please share it with someone you care about, a friend, a parent, or even your doctor. Sometimes, just one good choice can change everything. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical health advice made for you, simple, clear, and focused on what truly matters after 60. Your journey to better health is still unfolding. Let's walk it together.